I at first, after I had my first baby, I thought I am now officially stupid. Like, moms should read, by the way. Moms read.
I'm looking at her.
Normally.
It is actually a fact. Yeah, that after every baby, you take 2 years to actually just feel like yourself again.
You called me, you were planning to go back to work. And I could pick it in your
The first
voice.
time.
Yes,
Oh
the first
my
time.
Lord.
And pick it in her voice.
To actually give birth, it's like it's not giving birth, and most people hold that opinion. I don't know if you, they think it's just you lying there and it's an easy thing. Someone said that to my face. Sometimes, most times actually, it's men. Yeah.
You have opinions.
Yeah. You have opinions.
You, like, the weight of security is with you. And I was
Provision.
Provision. And he was like, you don't want to see your mama struggling. And I was like, mnapianga hivyo kumbe. Hi everyone. Thank you so much for joining us today. Your host, Velma Obuya from 9 to 5 Moms. Today, in this episode, as we promised this season, we are going to give you the best of interviews that you would be able to relate with as a 9 to 5 mom, part of our digital community. And, I'd say all the women who are out there who are second-guessing their lives as mothers, and those who are second-guessing their lives as, corporate buddies who want to be mommies or non-corporate buddies who do not want to be mommies. So we're going to give you insights from both sides so that you're able to hear other people's stories, as we had mentioned before, and constantly on our show. We are committed to telling stories about this side of our lives, and hopefully it will help you understand better what all the moms who are walking around are experiencing. So with that said, I would like to introduce my co-host. Her name is
Kanali. Yeah.
Kanali.
Kanali. Yay. Take us to the
Yes.
Yeah. I'm really excited about today's conversation. So yeah, I'm keen on having our guest introduce herself and maybe let us into her world.
Drum She is an author.
Published
author.
Not one book.
And a mom. And a mom. You see, when some of us can't do two things. Presenting a mom who is doing it, the epitome. So, mom, welcome to On Set.
Thank you.
The 95 Moms.
Thank you.
Introduce yourself, tell us about yourself, and then we'll tell them how you met us.
Okay. You want to out?
We will out it.
Okay,
yes.
Sawa. Okay, my name is Vera Omwocha. I do many things. First on the list, I'm here courtesy of my mommy. So I mother 2 girls, aged 4. Yeah, they're girls. We are like a hostel of girls. Yeah, right now it's a hostel of.
Well, we said we're not doing girl moms, we're just doing moms, but Ebu mom said.
Hey, you want to switch up?
It's okay. A mom, it's the same. You're a toddler mom. We should check on toddler moms. We were told.
You are a toddler mom.
Yes.
How old are they?
Peana ile side.
How old are they?
Hey, now I'm the dad who forgets the kids' ages. No. Okay,
the first mom in history to forget ages.
I'm those dads who are like, what? How old are you?
Unakuanga na miaka ngapi? Ulizaliwa lini?
Yeah, call them to ask how old they are. No, I'm kidding. But yeah, my firstborn is 4.5. Yes, and I have a 1.7.
Oh.
Yeah.
So you're deep in it, eh?
Yeah.
You're breastfeeding at night?
No.
Niliacha afadhali nyinyi.
Nilichoka with breastfeeding.
Ipo siku.
I just got to that point where I'm like, not anymore. I am not doing this tomorrow. No, that's it. I swear.
We're not doing this tomorrow.
We relate.
Yeah.
We relate.
I don't know. With both of them, actually, I just get to a point where I'm like, no, I'm not. My boobs are not being touched again. That's it.
I get you. Trust me.
You do. Yeah, it kind of feels
I'm
weird.
in the process of weaning off, but we were.
Oh.
What?
Yeah.
The
transition. And it's a lot of work. But I was like, I would rather struggle with the introducing meals and everything than being touched again. Yeah, so
I
I
get
just
you.
get to the finish line. So now everyone is chewing things.
Everybody's
Yeah,
chewing.
everyone is chewing.
So tell us, how's your mom journey? How has it been?
Oh, I didn't finish. So
Oh, you didn't finish. Aki, look at how we just done.
Yeah,
Because that was drama. Because me, I wanted to shut the
Trauma
breastfeeding.
bonding.
Me, I wanted to shut the breastfeeding story because it's like,
Not today.
you
You're
don't
not
want to go
ready.
there.
please finish
This
your
is how we heal
introduction.
by talking.
First finish that story.
Okay. On top of that, I also work. I write. I'm a writer, so I went to school to be a teacher, but I ended up in book publishing. So I write books for schools and for general audience for people to read. Yeah, and now as a mom, I write for moms as well. So I've done a number of books, about 10 on average. They're about children's books and for adults and stories, short stories, fiction, and then now I do nonfiction. Mostly.
Wow.
Okay, this has been in which period of which time? Over the past 5 years?
No. Almost 10. Yeah,
Wow.
actually 10. An average of 10. Yeah.
So you're also a good reader.
I am a good reader. Yes. Moms should read, by the way. Moms read.
I'm looking at her.
Oh, hi, Mom.
She only
Hi,
reads
Mama.
captions.
Pick up a book.
I have, like right now I'm reading Shonda Rhimes, The Year of Yes. I've been reading. Yes,
Unasomanga saa ngapi?
kanali nakwambia yo. Unafika mahali kwa choo uko na kitabu hivi. Cause it's just like, yeah.
And this is news.
You don't know I read? Where acha hizo. There's always a book in my bag.
Oh,
Good.
that's really
Wewe
nice.
ilikuwa
That's really
nakucheka.
nice.
My mother made me read books. So I don't know.
Now
I
I'm
feel
that
like
mom.
I feel it's important to always carry a book around.
It is.
Yeah. So please continue.
Yes.
But well
Congrats.
done. That's a lot.
It is.
I'm even now. I want to even go that writing direction to ask like how is writing a paying career in Kenya? Like how does that work?
We'll
As
get
a
to
mom,
that.
when do you get time to write?
And read and
read.
and work, of course. So in book publishing, I am an editor. I am a consultant editor now. Basically that means I help people tell their stories, package their stories into books, and transform them into transformative stories. Because I believe nothing is as empowering as a book as picking, especially for women. I'm particularly interested in women reading because nothing quite gets you, what is it called? Nothing gives you the glow up mentally like a book does.
True.
Yeah.
You know, when you're saying that, I remembered how my mom used to tell me the best way to get your English with proper vocabulary is to read a book.
And also just for fun, really.
Yeah, but for her specifically,
she
maybe
was-
where my trauma was, like we would have a whole conversation. Then she's like, "I've not picked a vocabulary in your sentence."
Hey.
My mom's dream was to be a news anchor. Then she got into government and now worked in government. But now she was so particular with books. At some point, she was in Ministry of Education, and I remember they had a library in their office, so they'd bring books for us, like the kids, to read. And when we were having conversations, because I was so big on Christian Amanpour, CNN, like that's where I'd pick my vocabulary when she's giving news. So like randomly we'd have a conversation and she's like, I've not picked a vocabulary from your... And I'm like, oh,
What's going on?
so she'd pick, I have not read. That week I have not read. So I had to purposely read to get vocabulary, then practice it when I'm having a conversation with her.
That is so interesting.
And you see now I didn't know that it helped me build vocabulary, but I was terrible with spellings for a while, and then so that kind of tried to help. So yes, there's nothing that gives you a glow up as reading a book. So for me, the mom bit, in all honesty, I used to go through books like a month, but since motherhood started, for me it has been the hardest thing to do. Like I have multiple books in the house that I have not finished. Like I read, I get to a point of like, okay, this I can't feel it because it's not in my season. Like I was trying to read Viola.
Oh, her new book.
Yeah, I couldn't connect completely. I got to a point of like, okay, put it down until you get to that. So
I think that's me as well.
Motherhood as a way of just destabilizing.
I figured audiobooks work best for me, so that's the
I've been
route
saying to try
I took.
that. I should try that. How's that for you?
It is really good. It's like listening to a podcast, so it's easier. Yeah.
So do you see that transition, like in writing? Do you see
how the mom changes your brain work?
Yes.
Of course, 100%. Gosh, I at first, after I had my first baby, I thought I am now officially stupid. Like, I swear, I felt like I am.
Yeah, there's that stage. Yeah.
I was so anxious about it. I remember feeling like I don't think I can. My mind is working. I don't think it's working. I'm just doing things.
Let me tell you, me, I've been feeling like my grammar is off the rails. Like sometimes I listen back to what I say on this podcast. I'm like, is he in English gani?
Lakini venye wacha hizo. Wacha hizo friend. Wacha nikuambie. Unapenda kizungu.
I'm like, nasenga venye we mix up this. Other when we're just talking out there with another guest who will be coming. I felt like nikuna sentence nilisema niko like sasa mimi nasema
sound this one is in her head.
I interchanged the things I wanted to say. I'm like, oh my god. So I get you 100%. That's what I'm struggling with right now. I'm feeling like I can't communicate.
How old is your last born?
1 point.
14 months.
You are also the dad man.
Nilikakulishana usiku was like, there's 12 months next 1 year.
I swear, you can pick up your phone to calculate 4 plus 3.
Hey, with no remorse.
My second child asked me, Mommy, how old am I? And then I was like,
hold on. Let's do the math.
2016, take away 2025 minus. Now when will I turn 18? I was like, no, you.
What is all this mathematics?
No, please, msitoe maths. Msitoe maths, Shile, please.
What does she have on you? She can do maths.
She can.
Yeah, so for sure there's a phase. So we are all acknowledging fact number one.
I feel so seen.
There's a stage, mummies. There's a stage after you've had a baby. This is serious, we're not joking. There's a stage after you've had a baby, and you're in that cloud that you will believe your brain is broken. And if you believe it, it's okay. It's just a phase. It's like a cloud, right? You feel like it's better. Like a cloud, and then there's one day when you wake up, and then it's like you can smell the roses. Yes.
I can't wait.
But before we go far, I remembered something. I've remembered something that we were supposed to do in our introduction. Let's pause for a minute. Okay. I would like to start it from Kanali. Kanali, please describe yourself.
I'd forgotten. So, hi, I am Kanali. Sasa hii kalangu ni gani?
Nisini black. Oh, mwili yako.
Complexion.
Caramel. Oh, ni caramel.
I think so.
Yeah.
I am wearing.
Asa tena tuko Africa. Caramel ndio gani?
Wait, caramel.
The coolest one I've ever had ni maji ya kunde.
Yes, brown.
Yeah,
that's brown, right?
Yes, I think.
Mimi ni maji ya kunde. My skin complexion.
Sure.
I am wearing a black t-shirt with a 9 to 5 moms logo, which has a mommy holding a baby and the words written 9 to 5 moms. And I am happy that you're listening to me today.
Yay, Vera. Describe yourself, please.
Are we carameling?
We are carameling.
I'll have to go check. Like, boy,
I think we need to figure out what our complexion.
Sure. I don't know.
Actually, we are black. By the way, we are black people.
We are not black.
We are African chocolate.
You know, Africa is just a dangerous statement to say.
Why? See, we are Africans. No. We're speaking about ourselves. We're speaking about ourselves.
Okay.
Yeah. Dark skin. Well,
that's a better one. I should have said that.
Yeah.
I can run a mommy braid already.
And I'm wearing long-sleeved Ankara green and
black.
Green and black. I'm looking. One word has disappeared. Gosh, I'm so sorry. Ankara dress, and I am very privileged to be here. Thank you.
My name is Velma. Thank you for listening to me. I am dark-skinned. I am wearing a black t-shirt written 9 to 5 moms, and with a phrase work hard, mom harder. I have golden hair.
Ooh, Goldilocks.
Goldilocks. I have Goldilocks, and a red lipstick. Kanali will say that's my signature lip color.
It
and
is.
red, and red lipstick, and then I am wearing golden jewelry, a golden bracelet, golden ring, and golden earrings. So thank you so much for listening to us. It's a pleasure to have you listen to us.
It is. And for those wondering why we are doing this, you will find out soon.
Very, very soon. So it's an upgrade from conversations that you're going to hear next. So back to you, Vera. Yes. You're describing the broken brain face and how it had an effect on your life. Yeah.
I would feel like it takes me an average, now I have realized, of 2 years to feel like a normal person, to function normally.
It is actually a fact. Yeah, that after every baby, you take 2 years to actually just feel like yourself again. And so if you have babies when you're nafuatana, so when you're to pile,
What are you saying?
I am speaking for myself. Sasa nimebakisha mwaka moja, by the way, guys.
Lakini niko na swali. Okay, sasa tukipile up hivi, si maybe inaishorten ama?
What? 2 years for every baby.
Na sasa kama umezaa wakifuatana.
So nakwambia nimebakisha mwaka moja.
Enyo ulipile up, ni mjanja.
So I have 1 more year, guys.
And then
Bado sijakuwa my true form. Wait. So continue. Yeah. It's actually a fact.
So
2 years. So are you feeling like you're getting
I'm
back
getting
to
there.
yourself?
Yeah, actually.
And then it comes with like a nice energy when you notice it, like,
Shilia hapo. Yes.
Unasikia kuita watu conference kwambia, hey, I'm back. Kujeni wa show ase nimerudi.
I swear. Now I do something like make a pitch or like reach out to people like, hi, remember that conversation we were having about you publishing a book? Can we get back to it? And I'm like, yeah, now I can actually do a press conference to say I feel like
She's
even
back.
Ladies
I
and
can
gentlemen.
bring
The
100%.
conference. This is the conference. Vera has said she is back, guys. Ni watu mlikuwa kwa inbox amuja respond. She has confirmed she's back.
Yeah, now I can be on social media. That's how we got to know each other.
Oh,
now,
yes.
Now I can feel like I am.
Thank you for reaching out, first of all, by the way.
Thank you for having me. I was so excited.
Really
when
You are. Yeah. Let me tell you how crazy it is. Like, I think for me and Kanali, because I think this is every day. Before even we started doing the podcast, we had, okay, she's not more of a, okay, she's a talker, she just doesn't know. She doesn't know yet that she's much of a talker. She's a listener more, yeah, she picks on a lot of things. I am very opinionated. I hold strong opinions, but easy to change. So we kept on having, yes, I hold strong opinions, but I easily change them if I have background on it. So we had a year or so of just constantly having conversations about moms. Like, this is hard, you guys. Then she tell like, I know, but it's like, just soldier on. And she's like, why can't we just talk about this in public? So ideally, we've been talking on set for the sake of talking. And initially, I think even how we bonded was we found a safe house to each other. Like, even when she told me she was pregnant, I was like, wait. Actually, when I met you, you were pregnant, right? She was expecting. Sorry for my English. We are sorry, but yes,
pregnant.
She was expecting. So Gali was expecting, and I kept on like throwing my opinion on stuff, and then she was like, "Why are you telling me? See, you just tell everybody else." Then when it was ghetto, she'd be like, "Hey, it's ghetto.
Yeah, let's do this.
Let's do this." So like, okay, so then we found safety in each other in the conversation, and I'm sure it's the case for many moms who like at that particular. There's a friendship that you form, you guys, when you are in that stage together. Still sisterhood bond that you can not even match. So when we connected on it, and it was like, okay, how about we just create this safety net beyond ourselves? Like, let's get the digital people. Like, people are not talking about this in public. Like, I remember her calling me about. Actually, I do remember this moment.
What?
You called me. You were planning to go back to work, and I could pick it in your
the first
voice.
time.
Yes, the first time. And pick it in her voice. She was like, "How do I do this?" And I was like, "Okay, let's meet for dinner. Have you been able to leave the baby first so that you can?" She's like, "I can try." Then we met. You know, it was Java TRM. Then we met, and then I sat across her, and I could see her battling. You were battling balancing tears, and then you're like, okay, yeah, I can do this, but there's like, okay, you've got this, we're together in this, don't worry. So in that, walking through that whole coming back to work and stuff, then we're like, okay. Then she told me, Velma, do you know not many people know how to do this? And I'm like, what do you mean? She's like, I'm in a WhatsApp group and guys don't know this. And like, yeah, they don't. And she's like, okay, let's make sure that they know. Let's not make it something that... Actually, I like that because you're like, there are so many girls and women that I talk to. And when I sort it out, I just move on with life. So I was telling I usually sort someone out. Like if you're struggling to go back to work and you call me and I'm in your phone book, I come and sort you out, help you plan how to go back to work and stuff. So she's like, no, let's make it a podcast. So you can imagine how the journey had been just having conversations. So when she reached out on IG, we're like,
TikTok.
And it was TikTok.
Yes.
So I was like, an author called. I was like, yo, mtu ameandika kitabu. Ametuambia anataka kukuja. She's like, hey, what do you think? So like, okay, yeah. So we were happy that that connection is now happening. Like the more people are listening to it, they're like, you know what? Yes, this is real. So we are happy that you reached out.
Me too, kabisa.
And now we are able to expand this story. So Vera is an author. And she's actually documented the way we've been asking, hakuna mtu ameandika kitabu. Hiyo kitabu iko happy. Aya ako nayo. Like there's actually a Kenyan author. There's a Kenyan author who is a mom who has documented the series. So tell me, tell us, tell the public in this conference, kwa hii conference, at which point did it hit you that this was a setup? Like, hey, hawakutuambia ukweli. Like, is it the moment when you were pushing the baby out or getting the baby in your hand, or was it the day they told you can go home with it? By yourself. At which moment accompanying you. No nurse accompanying. At which moment did it hit you like they were saying how it hit us, we had to tell everybody. At which moment did it hit you like, I must tell this story, man?
Oh wow. I think I was in a state of shock for quite a while. Especially I gave birth through CS for both kids. Yeah.
First of all, congratulations.
Thank you.
That's another drama.
Yeah. So someone told me, bad, you should be a true, to actually give birth. It's like, it's not giving birth. And most people hold that opinion. I don't know if they think it's just you lying there and it's an easy thing. Someone said that to my face. You can't handle it.
Me and Kanali will tell you that story. We even have a whole episode where we were like, as the ones who had been on the other side of Sijui natural birth.
I think it's so crazy that we've experienced both sides of it. And neza kuambia, nothing is easy, please.
Nothing is easy.
Yeah, giving birth is just giving birth. And it's
actually getting through that moment, whether it's through vaginal birth or a surgery, that's not... There's nothing easy about any of those things. Yep. Yes. Wow. Like, don't even compare. You missed out on nothing. It's the same thing. Not like I'm saying it's the same. The experiences are different, but the struggles are valid. Yeah. In both sides, the struggles are valid, yes.
Yeah. Somehow you, unfortunately, have to get the baby out, and whichever means...
Doesn't matter.
So they post, man, the pain. Damn, pain can kill. Yeah, pain actually can kill. Like,
I feel like pain can't kill, fear will kill you.
No way.
I think
have you ever felt like your entire body is just in flames?
I think I remember those phases and I don't like them. It was really hard. It is really hard. So any mom going through it right now, sijali.
Man.
Because I remember I was telling you how after I came out of surgery and then I was shaking like this.
They're shaking. Do you remember that fever?
And then you have no control. Alafu hizo kurudi kulala like umelala.
It's like it's your body but it's not.
Unaongea na mtu unapiga story.
But then what was that? You reminded me because I remember people would come to visit and then they start talking. I'm like,
and then I stood over like, oh my God, you are still here. Oh,
Because of the part where I had to remember there's a baby next to me. I'm like, yes,
And
yes.
the baby, and you need to take care of that baby, and well, man,
Because me, okay, Apple, me, I have to trauma bond with you. Me, the shock for me is how after CS they actually give you the child. I'm like, I'm not allowed to
watch
recover.
the child. Watch unaambiwa bwende ukatembe.
Oh yeah, you had to heal.
Me, I had to negotiate with the nurse, man. I begged the nurse. I was like, niwache tu nilale tafadhali. Aki sijapona.
After how long was that you were working?
I think
I worked the
6 hours.
same day.
Yeah, the same day.
6 hours.
Oh yeah, actually I remember.
Imagine.
I remember. Yes.
Your brain has stored it in the back.
Alafu unajua ndo dawa imewear off. Now the pain. I remember climbing out of that bed, that hospital bed.
Even just putting your legs and letting the weight.
Noticing that you can't feel your legs, and then noticing that they are now feeling is starting to come back, and then the heaviness you feel like when you're trying to put it.
Okay, so I was walking like this.
It's like your legs are a different part of your body.
Mama, maziwa imekuja.
Stress number 2.
Leg, focus. Umeenda choo.
Nyinyi mkwe.
Umeenda choo, and I'm like, how? Nimeenda choo aje? Niko hapa hivi
I was fearing that first poop. Wait. But hata yangu haikuwa mbaya. I don't know why I was even fearing. It was really smooth. I think it was too softener.
Mi nilikunywa hiki kitu manze for 1 week hakuna kitu kilitoka. And they had to release me then. Like,
what?
I think so my body went into shock that it just said no. Honey, we're not doing it. I said you remember when I told you I checked out and I still had not done my poo? I did my first poo at home, and
it was painful.
A little bit, but I must say, whoever told you CS is wewe. Nimekuaddress.
Yeah.
Whoever you are, please take a back seat and go back to that moment. Ama uende kwa ward ukumbuke. Hey, manze, that thing is not the easy way out.
It's just the assumption that
it's not
that you just lie there and it's not involving.
There are people who think it's easy. Maybe they've done it and they feel like it's easy, but
they have not. Sometimes, most times, actually, it's men. Yeah.
You have opinions.
Yeah. You have opinions. It's non-uterus holders. It's the non-uterus holders who have the most opinions about this.
Let's not give them the airtime. Please continue.
Yeah. So for the book specifically, it's just going through the it. Even my first book on the marriage, the diary.
Was diary of
how did you decide to out the marriage story?
I know.
Ulitoa wapi hiyo courage?
Hiyo courage. Na venye watu wanasemanga ndoa ni kuvumilia. Unavumilia tu.
Niwache please.
Kuvumilia si ndio? Unajeka na watu maneno ya ndoa inakuanga kuvumilia. Kuvumilia ndio nani? Tunavumilia nini?
Tell us about this one.
Yeah.
So you got married, you had the wedding and stuff, and then you realized
I was like, what did I get myself
running
into?
In a range in the back with a veil. With women dancing.
After the dancing, after everyone has gone back to their lives, people go at the end of the day.
Kwanza mimi imagine ile patukitoa makeup ndio inakuhit.
Na your dress?
Shut your dress, by the way. Oh no, I sure hope not.
Back to reality.
Should be cooking on the wedding night. But
but just think about it. I don't know, me, that's how I think. During the day I think about dinner. So I'm imagining I'll probably be thinking about breakfast.
I know, like
then it's hitting you that it's you. Suddenly you're carrying now. You're carrying this household. Ni wewe, you figure things out.
like the laugh.
Yeah, it's the unpreparedness. You know how women just tell you, and especially because we don't have these programs now like they used to do back in the day. You know how to
even the excitement of getting married really overshadows.
Yeah. Even for the premarital classes, if you take them, they're not. You're just thinking you're in love. Yani, like ongeeni tu. Well, it's me. I'm special, and somehow we will think they're special. That it will just be
to be smooth.
It's who are fighting. It cannot
not
be me.
You.
Me, I'm loved, bana.
It can never be me.
Me acha nasongesha mic karibu. Mimi nataka kusongesha mic karibu niseme tu.
You see?
We're not saying marriage is bad, honey. We're just saying get in prepared. And also, like, marriage is not for kids.
It is not.
Yeah.
If your brain is kid moment, wachia watu wakubwa
We're baby
kazi.
girl too, by the way.
We're
It's fine.
baby girl, it is easy, being soft life. Marriage is work.
And mostly for women, unfortunately. I don't know why I feel mostly for women. Yeah.
Mostly for women, but now if you have a conversation with like serious men who are also in it and intentionally are in love with the institution itself, they also have a different view of it. And I remember a friend of mine who told me how, knowing that you are the protector, it comes with some weight that, like, it's you, like the buck stops with you, like the weight of security is with you. And I was
Provision.
Provision. And he was like, you don't want to see your mama struggling. And I was like, what?
It's nice to know.
So I was like, at which point exactly ukiwa kwa choo, ukiwa kwa phone,
Does it hit you, this responsibility?
Inakuhitingia hapa mtu randomly kwa mati hivi unaitishwa fare alafu unakumbuka umeacha fare ulikuwa umepea udem fare ama kumpea. Then I was like, you guys think like that? I was like,
Interesting.
So it was I used to judge harshly, but now like the I've been probing men who are in it, and like they're very interesting conversations. Even how they fall in love and how they fall out of love and stuff. Please proceed. Sisi hatuko hapa watafute podcast yao waongee.
No, actually, that's really interesting to know.
Yeah.
Well, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So they, because I think I was just going about life. Like it's a checklist at some point. The expectation.
Okay, you're having a moment in your head.
The expectation that you go to school, you go to kole, ukishamaliza graduation.
my God.
Now they start asking you, yes, alafu sasa.
Umepata rafiki.
Suddenly,
Rafiki kako wapi?
before then
Ule rafiki
you
yako?
must never be seen with a boy in 50 meters distance with a boy.
Same guys sit you
Then
down
suddenly,
to ask you.
yep.
Kwani unanga karafiki? Na sijaiona rafiki hapa.
Sasa,
Na unajua miaka inaenda.
the miaka stuff starts coming in.
Okay.
Yeah, so I meet someone and I'm like, oh, okay, this is nice. It looks nice. I didn't even, yeah. And then you end up getting married. Then you get there, the weight of this responsibility. I'm like, yo. Maybe I should have thought about that. But not even because it's bad, but because...
You're not prepared.
You're like, I'm just a child, Deep down.
That realization that
I'm
it's
a baby. I cannot be the wife here, Yeah. So that shift was, hey.
Alafu naona ni kama hakuna gate. Unajua wenye rooms zinakonga na mlango. You should be told umemaliza childhood alafu unaingia.
Yep.
Alafu unafunga mlango alafu hapo nyuma na imeandikwa adult begin now.
And this is the manual, please.
Hii ndio manual.
Yeah, ni hivi ndo kunaenda. So like you start seeing the patterns, you start seeing the person you're bringing into this this space. And you're like, wait, why am I responding? So you start, why am I responding like this? Or now, after getting married, then I started questioning my idea of love and my understanding of how marriages work. Because before, I knew what I didn't want. Now I am here asking, okay, at least I knew that. Now, what is it that I want? What is this looking like? And is it... Hey, is it aligning with what I think about this thing? So it was in that process of thinking and interrogating self and also this other person. And you're also raising yourself. Remember, you don't just get into adulthood and then suddenly
you stopped growing up.
You're also growing.
So, and then the responsibility of raising yourself is on yours.
Exactly. You're raising yourself, and then makosa inafanyika. Okay, see makosa. Then now you get smaller humans to raise. then you're like, okay.
Si nimefanya makosa, ni makosa imefanyika.
I was just chilling. No, it's not makosa. But then you get smaller humans. So you're raising yourself.
That question, like once you get there and you're still figuring it out, then people start asking you, you've not even taken the response. You've not figured out the dynamics of what marriage is, what you want out of it, and the love. As you're saying, the shift of what exactly love looks like in marriage is totally different from what love looks like when you're not married. And I don't know how often we can talk about it. Like, it doesn't need to be like really marriage, or rather partnership, a long time partnership. What love is described as in that space versus the dating life, two different worlds. So after that, then you start getting the probes of, are you having the baby? When are you having the baby?
Oh, yeah. People start actually looking greeting you while looking at your belly to see if it's swelling already, because unachelewesha. I know.
But you
don't meet those people.
Toa jam.
You don't meet people like those. I swear, I had my baby after like almost 2 years after getting married. Yeah, it just happened, and I was not on anything. It just happened at that time. And then there were, there were those two looks and questions, of course. And then they disappear. The people who want you to give birth actually are never there. They're the ones who you would never call to help you babysit.
They're not part of your
They're not
village.
Part of your journey in any way. So
you're busy checking our time. Is a book kwanza will line up kama unaenda kuwapatia village.
They're not doing anything, so they just want babies for
what? Like, flowers. Kwani they are flowers.
Exactly. Well, that's another thing. So I got to interrogate these issues, and then because I thought I was special, like some of these rules would not apply to me. I was like, I'm not having marriages like the ones I saw. But then coming to that realization that we are operating in this space. So the people who are thinking, like you said, the men who are thinking, hey, I need to do this, or I need to do better to support my woman and my kids, are not many as we would love for them to be. Because the responsibility of marriage still, even in this age, I feel heavily falls on the woman. It's the woman who's been told your story ya kuvumilia, you've seen men being sat somewhere and being told ni kuvumilia. It's always the women, most times at least, from what I see. I don't have data to support this. What is that say?
I'm just tired. I was like, it's as in you can imagine how we have gone for innovation to daddy space bana. But tuko tu pale.
Exactly. So getting to that point and asking myself, actually, I am not that special. I fall within this spectrum, and this is how this works. This marriage space works. That it's my work. That it doesn't matter if I'm going to work. I'll still come home to fix dinner. I'll need to go through the kids' clothing and check what is torn.
The mental load that is on your head.
I talk about it a lot in Mikai.
Then the second book. So what you talked about is now the transition, but it's in this. So if you're about to get married,
I didn't have. Yes.
If you're about to get married, this is the book. If you're planning to, that's the book.
Yes.
That's the book that you should read and consider and check those things, because then, as you're saying, you're raising yourself now with someone else, and therefore you must understand the dynamics as you're doing that, so that you're just not in the cloud of being in love and the occasion. Yeah. Then through that you transition to this. I love the way you actually went through and you're like,
I'm gonna write this down.
Because I wanted to scream, otherwise I was losing my mind. Wow. If I did try those things, I was running mad. And then when you're in the thick of it, you think somehow something, your brain lies to you that niwewe.
It's just you.
It looks like it's you.
Niwewe. And you messed up somewhere. Maybe that's why you are experiencing this.
The isolation you guys were talking about, the loneliness that hits you. You have friends for sure. There are people you can call, but you are so lonely.
The thing that actually hit me, I think, actually in that marriage transition when I started living with my partner, was the distance people give you. I remember my mom telling me, in the Luya culture, she is not allowed to be in my house. And I was just like, yeah? Mom,
did
you
you
can't
mean?
just come visit me. Yes.
Uh-huh.
And she just told me in the Luya culture,
Oh, and you respect.
it's respectable to not visit. You can visit, but it cannot be a common thing. And I sat there by myself and I'm like, I'm wounded. Where is this book?
Wounded.
No, I was wounded because I didn't know. Like, I even asked myself, did I not pay attention to the culture class? Where was that culture class? Wazee wakiongea kwani sikusikia? Then I'm like, whether wanaongeanga wapi? Where was it
You see, you're not
documented?
told these things.
Yes, so by the time I'm expecting my mom, me and my mom could be having Sunday dinners because watch Seventh Heaven. Umeonanga wapi? Seriously, we grew up with Seventh Heaven, Ali Macbill, unaona watu wanakuanga na Sunday family lunch.
Ni familia.
Mama yangu akaniambia kuendangi hivyo friend hapa Nairobi na hapa Kenya. To visit in-laws. No, kuna heshima hapa. Then I'm like, then there's that loneliness. Then you call your single friends, they're like, oh, I can't come. It's any, you and maybe you and hubby.
Oh yeah. They mean well. Like we should give you guys space, but
you just come and hang out. Then I realized, no, before we used to do sleepovers with my friends. Like
and now imagine that you can't.
Yeah, we could hang out and then midnight tukumbuke tunaweza enda out ama
tukumbuke.
Then sasa sahi wakikam ikifika 6 unaona kila mtu anaanza kukupele look like aki thanks.
We should do this again.
We should do this again.
I managed to keep doing the sleepovers, thankfully.
Oh, that is nice.
Me, I kept on feeling awkward about it. Like, now, like
Me, I can't even
dynamics.
start. Like, how am I even?
No, it was so awkward. I don't know. That's a responsibility that you're talking about. Because now I'd be like, no, like, your partner is calling you. Like, are you coming home? Then you're like, weird question though. It's such a weird question, but it's a legit question. Are you really coming home?
Yeah. Like, unaanza kujiuliza I know I should be home, but do I want to be home?
Wacha nikwambie kwanza ndio mtili 20s, if you can remember, okay, let me give my story.
Personally.
Yeah, personally, I remember you could start partying on Thursday. Thursday tuna land kwa mtu, alafu katikati tunajiuliza asubuhi nafika, tumetoka club, tume have breakfast hapo 11, tuende home. Tusiende home. Si tupike lunch, tunapika lunch, tunaitana kidogo nyumba imejaa, tumepiga story, ma story ni mob, kidogo ni saa 2 ya usiku. Tutaenda sai, sini late. Watu wakukua na uba hivyo. Sasa mzee wa taxi yuko unaishifaa. Tuende kwa kina nani sini hapa tu. Tunabebana tunaenda. Uko na nguo za kuchange, ni pet shirt yako unavaa t-shirt, mashawa. Hiyo ni Friday.
That sounds too accurate.
Friday. Sasa, Friday by the nini? Black, kunaitwaje? West. Tupitie twende tu tunaenda. Tuna hang out ni asubuhi. Nani akona house bash flani. Si tupitie huko. So at the end of the day, I didn't feel the need to be in a home. See, I was always in my friends' homes and we were okay.
You're fine.
Then you're like, okay, Monday ni job ni wase. Sunday akituendeni. So tunakula dinner Sunday. Tulianza Thursday.
From Thursday. Wow, nomad.
So what I'm saying is I get that transition, and sometimes when you end up having that relationship with someone and that, then in comes this book, which means them experience.
Yeah, a lot changes around that. And so sometimes single friends think it's the married friends who are isolating them. But I think nobody means to specifically say, now I'm married, I shouldn't associate with...
Kunao.
Kuna wenye hata wanaambiwa you can't hang around your single friends anymore. Like, you can't.
Kunao.
That's terrible.
Kunao.
You're supposed to be an adult.
Mami kunao.
Well,
You are supposed to, but si tumesema it's a face.
But what do you... Okay, anyway. That's a behind-the-scenes story.
Yeah.
Well, it shocks me, because then that gives me... That's a question of now, who then am I? Because also that's a question that I'm asking myself. Who exactly am I? Am I a human being, or am I just here to copulate and fill the world and help other people's lineages keep progressing? Because sometimes it can feel like that you're... I don't know if it's just me, but I have felt like, okay, no, I even talk about the names and name change and stuff like that, because...
Oh, in the book, this one?
This.
Oh, in the marriage, this one is called
Mikai.
Marriage, Motherhood, and Mayhem.
oof.
Yeah, so the transition that I was my father's daughter, and here I belong to this system, and now I am belonging somewhere else. So, like you say, if there are these dynamics of you can't be, you can't. There are things you can't do that. If you're a responsible adult, you sure know that masaa imefika ya kwenda
Okay,
home.
I know me your part ndio bado sijazoea. Nina stress bana.
But you know.
I know, yes I know. I've not refused.
See where I'm saying for someone to impose that on you, that wewe uko hapa, but you know, like there is a hierarchy.
System fighting.
That system,
You are Lord.
It's
Your
not even
lordship, and then
and then the subject.
Yes.
You know, it can't feel like that,
It
I
can.
suppose. And also with you enabling this system to work, doing everything, carrying the entire household on your back, and then wake up and go to work.
Mental load.
The everything, the every load, the every load, the mental
at the
load.
back of your mind unajua ni nini imeisha
Unaona
kwa
venye
hiyo
umesema
nyumba.
kuna kwanga na chakula at your
Ndio.
mind at any given time,
Like
you're like,
you know.
what's for dinner? I'm supposed to figure that out.
Me once I figure out dinner, Aki, I always have a good day. Nikifigure out dinner mapema, I can relax. For real.
That lives in your mind.
Ukisha discover your system alafu uko happy unasikia mtu sema sisi tunakulanga ugali sana siku hizi.
Yeah.
I can enjoy the amount of work you put in for that menu.
Yeah. The labor that goes unacknowledged and paid. Yeah.
But then do men think about dinner?
They don't.
No, like do you drive or in a mat thinking, ooh, I wonder what she's making today.
Oh my God, man, that would be nice to find out.
Tell us, friends, please. As our partners, do you think about what
like,
we will find on your table?
I hope leo
What
tutahuliza
you
matumbo
find or
tena.
what you can
No,
do.
I'm just thinking, like, if you're married to a chef, bana, that house, bana.
Okay,
But
Sijui.
the chefing you'll realize is for work.
Hey, that's
The
what I was
home
about to say.
is still you. Somehow the cooking is wound up in you. It's inbuilt.
I feel like maybe
you come with the package.
For marriage counseling, wanafaa weke cooking class. Why add?
The practical or
For couples. We discuss how what one is share cooking. You like African cuisine.
You are very delulu.
well, it's a lot of work.
Yeah,
Imagine doing that for all the years you'll be married,
It's forever. Forever. Forever.
Yeah.
Forever.
So it's that story of the responsibilities. The traditional responsibilities still remain. The roles remain. You carry them as a woman, but what happens to the shift in the roles that the men are supposedly carrying? The provision,
The security.
now. Most households in modern times are on two-income households. So what happens? Is that an illusion? Is that a real thing, the provision? The security you mentioned, what does that look like in practical terms?
There's some.
I think it's very custom made.
It's very custom made.
It's very
Yeah,
custom
true.
made to different families and also them as the people. Like unajua, because what is working in my house might not work in your house or the next person's. So I think it's me. What I say is just once umejijua as you and your partner and you guys can agree on what will work for you. I mean, hii noise yote ya social media wachana nayo for sure. Just do what is working for your family and yourself. That's what I stand on.
Okay. Yeah, of course. Households are very different. I'm just like shining light on the entire structure, like how it's working, and poking holes, like this provision, the women I know are providing too. So, how, but still doing the everything else. So it's like they can unfairness.
And this is the reality of what is happening in many homes now.
Those were my realities and the shocks that I got, and I was like, yo, if I need to talk about these things on large scale,
Yeah, I get you.
the conference has been called, and women really relate to these books because then there are things we just assume this is how it works. But is it working? Is it supporting us? Because we as, like, I speak for my, it's a lot. It's a lot of weight and
It really
responsibility
is.
to carry. it's a lot of you dealing with a lot of anxieties. People are getting depressed, and you think you are the problem, but the system is not created to support you as a mom, as a working mom. It's just always you win. It's very hard to win.
Okay, I want Kwanza to hold the conversation at that point where I think then, Vera, thank you so much for actually putting the book together. And I like what you're saying, that the system for sure is not designed to support a working married
Oh, yeah.
Mother.
Yep.
Okay. And even worse, a working single mom.
Oh.
So the weight on a woman in the modern time is really heavy. I like that by you highlighting it, you're making us come out of ourselves. Like the way you're saying, when you're in it, your brain actually convinces you that you're the broken one. Like, there's something wrong with me because Kanali looks like she's handling it very well.
Oh, yeah,
Nani
everyone
looks like-
else.
when you're looking around, you're like,
They look like it's
Everyone
working.
looks. People are having their
Ni
child on
hiyo.
purpose, and you're like,
yes,
it's me. It really has
kwanza
to be
ukienda
me.
kwanza siku hizi kwa social media pressure, get ready with me as I take my to the as I do my dinner. So you're like, now watu wana get ready with me. Sisi wengine hata kuamka ni ngumu. Yani you just winging it. So I think I do believe it's really valid to get the air into those dark spaces so that people are aware, especially when you're looking at women in different spaces. You know, the way you get a bad rep, like, hey, mama anakuanga na moods.
Oh, yeah.
Mama anakuanga na attitude. Mi hata si mwongeleshangi. Imagine that's the mental load. Hata si attitude. Aki anafikiria yenyewe dina ni nini. Honestly, yani imemramba.
She's frustrated, unsupported.
The other thing that I think you didn't get to
Support.
mention, which will take 5 minutes to talk about, nannies. You need a support structure. So there's the nanny dynamics, then getting the right one, trusting your child with a stranger, having the confidence to actually trust them. And then, as in, those are complexities. And then the missing village. Sijui mulienda wapi. The missing village, which we are all looking for, you know, that
The village
sank. We're looking for that
Wow.
that community that will hold you in this fragile moment as you're figuring yourself out within those 2 years. Because believe me, you guys, we come back. Once we get this shit figured out, we really do. And that's how, like, when women finally put a system together, as you're saying, like in this in my house, this works for me. You know, now getting that system accepted and you know, dinner looks like this, work looks like this, kids look like this, husband life and partner life looks like this.
Me
looks like
myself
this.
looks like
Yeah,
this.
getting that whole thing to work is a lot of work also. And imagine, in all honesty, you're right, that fixing the system is usually the responsibility that has been put on a woman. And for that, Vera, keep writing books.
Thank you.
Keep
I will.
writing books.
I will.
Yeah, the Library of Alexandria that was apparently burnt, according to the colonists.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. Had history of Africa that we might never, ever get to find out. Probably we were the most intelligent.
Certainly will.
Probably we were, however. We're encouraging more authors to document this as much as possible because books hold stories for a longer time. And I'm happy your two kids get to know that this happened.
Man.
That you went through this and you're human. And so when they're making these decisions in future, they have a better foundation to it.
So maybe you can let our audience know how they can purchase the books if they would like to have a copy.
Oh, yes. Women love these books, by the way. The people who read these books
Due to
love them.
bebes, jifanyaje.
How do we place them?
Sasa mi hata nimeshindwa kumaliza kitabu moja hapa lakini nitangangana.
Pole too. I go through that a lot as well. Like faces, the reading slumps.
Audio,
The audio.
tujaribu tu audio.
We're getting there. People are producing audiobooks now.
Yeah, we will introduce you to a voice over someone.
Wink, wink.
Wink, wink. Alafu atatusaidia we are invested in getting this information
Stories out. Yeah.
Thank you. And thank you for creating this village. This is a village. I love that moms always ask, na wewe kwako kukoaje? You know, and we talk.
And for
and
the
this
funniest
how we
thing
survive.
is we all relate to everything.
Look, this is the first time we've met.
And yeah.
We can talk the entire day.
We can talk the entire day.
Yeah. Did you mention how they can get it?
No, I wanted to go to it. Yeah.
Sorry. You can purchase the book from Nuria Bookstore, Lolwe Bookstore in Kisumu, Kisses. You can place an order. You can get them from Books and Bloom in Nanyuki. You can get them from Kibanga Books as well. And yeah, just if you search them on Google, you'll sure get direction.
We'll also
Or you
leave
can
all the
reach out
details
to
in
me.
the
Yeah.
description so that you
Yes.
can be able to get your copy or copies.
Yes.
Vera, you're on social media? So
Yes,
that people
yes,
can actually
yes. I
look
came
for you.
back.
She got her spark back.
I came back. I actually deleted the entire thing. Went down sometime.
You
I was
purged.
suffering.
You didn't want people to see it on that mode.
delete from.
Rebrand.
Or
yeah,
she was rebranded.
Yeah, so on
They
social
need
media, everywhere, Vera Omwocha, MW.
Omwocha.
Thank you so much for coming.
Thank
Vera.
you.
Thank you for
Thank you
sharing
for
your
having
stories.
me.
Thank you for being brave enough to write about
Yes.
these things, by the way.
Yes, because that
don't know-
brave,
I don't know if
that's the thing we all kind of look for. So thank you. I
Thank you. Thank you, guys. This was really nice.
So with that said, thank you for listening to us. Thank you for watching this episode. We might get Vera to come back again.
Yes.
We get into little details of this book.
We break it down.
We might just open a book club just to support women
my
in marriage,
God.
motherhood, and
Oh,
mayhem. Yes, so we can come, you read to us, and you tell us exactly. We all share the stories.
Oh, I'd love to.
Si ndio?
Hiyo ni idea.
Hiyo si ni idea. So sasa si hiyo ndio ikuwe project next. Si tu host kwa kaka book club hivi.
No,
So
it
many
is already on camera. We have to do it. I'm sorry.
You're
Yeah.
promised.
Yes.
Sawa.
Sawa.
We'll do it. Thank you, guys. Thank
Any
you.
parting shot as you
Oh, just a hug to moms. You're not alone. It feels like it, but you're not alone. You're loved by all moms. Just sending you so much love and grace as you navigate this journey.
That's nice.
That's nice. So
And take care of yourself, please. You only
Self.
got you.
you've only got you
Yeah.
self-care.
Self.
So with that, thank you very much. Kanali, parting shot as you say bye-bye.
Me for one, the one thing that has stood out for me. Akisi unaona grammar niliwaambia.
Kitabu
Sasa
soma
mko
ndio.
self-conscious.
Wachaneni na mimi. Is to your identity. Don't lose your identity in all the stages of life that you're going through. Just find yourself. And Chuko Voice Box Studios, as always, guys, you can book this space. All the details are in the description box. Hit them up for amazing studio space and professional cameras, equipment, everything. Yeah. Till next time.
Bye-bye.